Hey, what's up, people? Thank you so much for joining in, man, bro. But for me personally, it's passion with a purpose. Passion with a purpose. Honestly, just honestly, just honestly, just honestly, just honestly, just
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Bob Rock. Welcome to another episode of the B Rock RC Show, a live podcast for the drifters by a drifter. Thank you once again for joining in to this episode. We're so happy to be back and happy to be doing this thing. How's everybody doing? Welcome to everybody that's joined in. You guys are awesome there, and for staying with the show. Uh, so like I said, how's everybody doing? How was your weekend? How was the drifting? Have you done any bit of drifting? I had a bit of a busy weekend. I had a few family events that I had to attend, but still keeping the drifting going. Still busy working on the projects. Got a JZX project that I'm working on, and hopefully I can bring you guys some updates. I'm trying to hand build a few things, and it's a bit of a trial and error, a bit of a hit and miss, but hopefully, yeah, it works out. I mean, you can only really um, you only really know if something is working out is once you attempt it, once you give it a try. So I said, why not? I mean, uh, with the career that I'm in, which is architecture, some of the skills involved is model making, and besides that, with architecture, you naturally sort of uh, move towards these all these creative things and working with your hands and doing little scale things. So, I had to give it a shot, and it's kind of working and kind of not working. So, still learning about how to manipulate materials, and I'm quickly seeing why styrene is the preferred material to use when making these little custom accessories for your cars. But it's all in the experience. It's all a whole lot of fun, and it's just another aspect to RC drifting. And as I've mentioned in previous podcasts and many times, um, the RC drifting is it encompasses every type and every kind of person there is out there, whether you're creative, whether you're hands-on, whether you're technical, whether you're mechanical, whether you're just there to have fun. It's there, it's the one kind of hobby that's all, that's for everybody. Hey, Christo, thank you so much for joining in, buddy. Really appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. I've been following your builds. So, Christo does a bit of 3D printing, and lately he's been doing a few 3D printed projects. He's posted a few up, and it looks really good. So, perhaps one day I will show you guys what Christo is up to and let everybody know that there's so much out there involved. Now, I hope you guys are going to enjoy today's episode. It's not going to be very long, and I think moving forward from today, and perhaps you've seen it with my previous podcasts, that the time uh, of the podcast is a little bit shorter than the usual 1 hour, which is crazy to me because I don't know how I used to do these 1 hour long podcasts. But I'm aiming to I'm not really aiming. It's just naturally sort of evolving that way that the podcast is getting a little bit shorter. So it's about 45, it's between 45 minutes to an hour now. Averaging for about 45 minutes now. So I hope that you guys will still be around, will still enjoy the show. I will still obviously try and make the show a lot of fun and bring you guys the latest and the greatest in the RC drifting world. And for today's episode, um, I'm gonna bring you guys some really, really nice bills. I'm gonna bring you something from both sides of the world, so I hope you will also enjoy that. At the comments, hey, we got Rich. Ah, my man, Rich, how you doing, brother? So good to see you in the comments, man. I know you're a busy guy, and I want to thank you so much for also joining into the podcast. I know that even though you may not comment, but I know that you do watch it time to time. And just for the rest of the listeners, Rich has also been one of those viewers of mine, one of those good friends of mine who's been watching the and listening to the podcast for mm, a long time, for many, many, many seasons. So I really, really appreciate it. It's nice to know that. I have that kind of support. Even if it's a few people, they have been following the podcast from a long time. And if you speak with them, I'm sure they will also tell you how it's sort of, gone up and down. So thank you again, bro. Really appreciate it. Ibrahim, keeping the drifting alive in KZN. Yeah, thanks, man. So Ibrahim is one of another good friend of mine, local to me. He's not doesn't stay too far away from me. He's one of the guys who's also in the game, sort of in the more sort of yeah, just social for the social side of it. Not really comp drifting, but he's there to have fun and keep it alive and keep things going. It's nice that to have you on the podcast, man. Appreciate it. And for the guys that just joined into the podcast, welcome from me, your host Bob Rock, to the B Rock RC show. As you can see, this side here. Wait. Yeah, there. We are in season four. Yes, season four, episode seven. I know that half the year has gone by, and we only on seasons. I mean, episode seven. Yes, it's been slow. Look, it's been a rough start to the year, but I'm doing my best to keep things going, keep myself motivated, and just try to bring you guys more and more of RC drifting. So let's get right into it. Drift Dreams. What I finally got a chance to watch it live. Ah, thanks so much, buddy. Really, really appreciate it. And hopefully I can get you on the show or get you involved on the show sometime. Just pop me a message and let's see what we can do, how we can feature you. I'd love to do that. Thank you so much. And guys, could I ask, please, if you are not following the page as yet, please could you like and follow the page so that you can be alerted to when the podcasts go live, and that way you don't need to follow any of my posts on any of the groups or the profile itself because you'll automatically get the notification. And if you could please share the live so we can try and get a few more interested people watching the show. Like I said, let's get right into it. So I want to bring you a build from a very well-known, very talented and extraordinary RC enthusiast, someone who's poured his entire self into the hobby and actually has been very successful in making something of it. You guys all know him very well. He is the current reigning uh, world's champion for best body, and That's none other than Vivian Grobler, my really, really good friend all the way from Pretoria in South Africa. You guys know him very well. You know him for his work. And I just wanted to show you guys another one of his extraordinary works. Uh, Zachary, what's up? Aloha, my brother. How you doing, man? Thanks so much for joining in. And my boy Rob and Daniel. Thanks so much, guys, for joining in. Really appreciate it. Uh, these are my peoples, man. They are the ones that in the background when nobody's looking, these are the guys that give me the support that I need, the motivation that I need, the kind words that I need to stay in and keep doing the podcast. Many a times when I felt like I just can't do it anymore, um, or I felt like that's it, I'm done. These are the guys that have been in the background propping me up, and I'm deeply, deeply appreciative of you guys. Thank you. So, like I said, we want to get into Vivian's build. Yeah, what's up, Daniel? Thanks so much for joining in, man. Thanks so much for joining in. Really, really appreciate it. I hope the sound is okay. For the wow, we got so many viewers. Thank you, guys. For the guys that just joined in and who don't usually check the show out, I'm your host, Bob Rock, and welcome to the B Rock RC Show, a live podcast for the drifters by a drifter. We are on season 4, episode 7. If you didn't like and follow the page, please click on that like and follow now, and so you can be notified of the podcast. All previous podcasts are either on the page or on my YouTube channel or on the audio channels, which are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Google Casts and Amazon Music and Anchor FM. You just need to go in there, and if you guys are on Spotify, just search for the B Rock RC Show. You'll see all of the previous episodes all come up there. I also need to update it with the current season's episodes, but for now, there's plenty there for you guys to go through. Uh, Dane Naidu, hey, thank you for joining me, man. What's up? Mike, yo, what's happening, man? Thanks so much for joining. Guys, if you see me looking down, I'm actually I've got the chat open on my phone because I haven't quite figured out how to have the chat open on my screen. And when I figure that out, I will do that. But for now, I'm just working this way, so please bear with me. Right, and let's get straight into it. So, this is a build from our main man, our very well-known, extraordinary master builder, Vivian Grobler. And I know you guys are gonna like this one. Beautiful, beautiful piece of work. That is 24K RC Pandem GR86 in the Get Nuts library. Now, if you guys have been following Vivian for a little while, which I'm quite sure you have, all of his works are done completely with paint, no stickers at all, which is an amazing undertaking for all the guys that really do I mean that builds these bodies and does it really well. You all will know the difficulty in doing all of these uh, uh, this livery in well it, leaving out the text and the stickers. You guys know how difficult it is just doing livery by itself, and here we have Vivian doing everything in paint. Granted, he uses spray paint, but it's ridiculous, man. So it's a 24K RC Pandem GR86. The Get Nuts livery, all completely paint, courtesy and the paints he used was from Mission Models US. Now, I've been seeing a lot of work done by using this mission models paints, and I must say it's very, very impressive. The the quality of the paint is really, really good, and I believe that it's water-based as well, which obviously means that it's quite easy to use, and it has all those benefits of it being water-based. And as you can see, his work is just class. It's just the from the cut to the paint is just so precise and so accurate. I don't know how he does it. And he's so good at it. He churns these out like flipping in hours. I mean, it would take us forever. It would take an ordinary guy like forever to do. I wouldn't even attempt this at all. But yet he does this in hours, which is ridiculous. Accessories used is full-on SRC, as you can see there, with the roll cage, the let's see, the well, he's got a bunch of SRC accessories. There's a close-up of his roll cage that is installed in there. Beautiful work, beautiful work. Get nuts, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Daniel. That's the 24K RC. Uh, Beautiful body. 24K have been producing some really nice bodies recently, and it's nice to know that they actually have managed to get the licensing for some of these bodies, which is another feat on its own. And I'm sure for the guys in the know, you guys will know like how difficult it is and how expensive it can be trying to get use of the registered trademarks. Yeah, so beautiful work, man. Well done, Vivian. Another, you knocked this out of the park, dude. Hey, what's up, Martin? Thank you so much for joining in, bro. Really appreciate it. And yeah, and that's Vivian's G Pandem GR86. I hope you guys like that one. I wish, sometimes I wish I had some of the talent. I really do. I genuinely do. Like I wish I could cut a body like that clean and to make everything fit so proper. But I suppose practice makes perfect. So I am trying. I was very patient with my with this latest build that I'm doing, which is it's a HPI Vertex Ridge JZX 100. Managed to snag one up from a friend of mine who is he really likes HPI stuff, and he had a bunch of actually he still has a bunch of HPI bodies, and I saw this JZX, and I actually have been looking for another welded JZX with the livery, but that thing is like hen's teeth, man. And I've seen the prices on eBay, and it's ridiculous. I'm not gonna pay that amount for an HPI weld JZX. So the next best thing was the Vertex Ridge, which is still really good. It's pretty much the same, except that it doesn't have the weld livery. But when you look at the card and the sticker kit that does come with the body, you'll see it has weld on it. It does have the weld name on it. So I'm not pissed off or I'm not upset about it. It would be nice to grab that library. I don't even know where to find another library like that. I don't know whether to hit Yahoo.Japan or something. Who knows? Drift Dream, awesome shell, definitely a favorite. Yeah. Daniel says practice helps a lot, but the 24K RC bodies really fit perfect together. Yeah, I've been seeing that, Daniel. Especially some of the builds that you've done, and the builds that I've seen Vivian do as well. the body, the accessories, the kit that does come together with or from 24K RC, they all fit really, really well. So big up to them on producing really, really good bodies that fit all together well. And you can see from the progress pictures and the R&D, I won't say R&D, but the development pictures that they post up on their website and the Facebook page, that he does take a lot of care in making sure that all these parts work together and work well and fit well together. So big up to them. Hope they keep on doing that and keep up the good work. Martin says Vivian is a master in his craft. Would love to be able to do to be on that level of doing shells. Oh yeah, man. You and I are like. I wish I could do that. So on to the next build. So we're going from one high-end, extraordinary master builder to someone who no one really. He's not a big name in the builder scene. And I'm trying to be as polite as possible. I don't want to be being insulting in any way. But I really wanted to show off this build of his because he's done it really, really well. So his name is TJ Arnott, and this is his A86. So firstly, what strikes me about this is it's such a clean build, and the color combination. I really, really like the color combination of this build here. Um, Shoot, that's what I forgot. Guys, okay, just give me 1 second. I'm gonna make a quick adjustment here, and I'm just gonna add some stuff here which I wanted to show you guys. So this is TJ Arnott. He's all the way from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I don't know whether I said that right, but anyway. Um, and his favorite place to shop is the Drift Shop there in Canada, owner by the name of Seb. I'm sure you guys know that. And Seb is actually a really, really cool guy. I've spoken to him a few times. I even did a feature on his track at the Elite Drift Track. I'm sure you guys, for the guys that regularly watch the show, you might remember that. I did his I did a feature on his track, and what an awesome guy. Let me just adjust this quickly. Sorry. Just give me a second here. Okay. Okay, here we go. How's that? Right, I wanted to bring you more pictures. I forgot to load it in. My apologies for that. Andy, thank you so much for joining in. Justin, thanks so much for joining in. Welcome to the B-Rock RC Show, a live podcast for the drifters by a drifter. I'm your boy, I'm your host, Bob Rock, and welcome to season 4, episode 7. So, what we are showing off here, we just finished off showing off Vivian's one of Vivian's latest builds, which is the Pandem 24K RC Pandem GR86. And for the next build, we're showing off um, this A86 done by TJ Arnott, who is from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. He's about 4 years in the game, and his favorite shop is Elite Drift Shop, and that's where he gets all his parts, all his accessories, bodies, everything that he needs. Apparently, the the model of this 8086 is called a Colt. Now, I've never heard of that brand before. So, one of his objectives with building this car was to show that you don't always necessarily need a high-end body to produce really good, a really good build. And I think he's achieved this. I don't know, you guys can agree or disagree, but I think he's achieved this, what he set out to achieve in this build. You can say that the body isn't extremely uh, well detailed, but he has detailed the body quite nicely. The paint scheme, I think, is perfect. You got that turquoise to the dark blue and the light blue and that sort of uh, beige color in between to break it up. Nice blue accent around the skirtings at the bottom. And the engine bay, though, he has installed there is a 24K RC Lexan 2J engine bay. And you can see how nicely he's detailed that as well. He's actually taken a lot of care into making sure that it's painted really, really well. There's no bleeds. There's everything is lined up nicely. You can see some SRC accessories in there. We got the Drift Ninjas. Shout out to Drift Ninjas there. You can see he's installed some lights there as well. I think he's done really good for a cheapy body. I think it's a really good build. You know, if you for the guys that have the eye, you can see that yeah, it is a cheapy body, but the quality of the build, the quality of the effort in there, you can see really, really stands out, and he's done a really good job. Um, Jeffrey RC says, anyone know what shell that is? Super dope build. 86 days coming up. Um, yeah, Jeffrey. As I said, uh, TJ has mentioned that it's a Colt AE86. I've never heard of it. I've never heard of that brand before. So I don't know if you can find it. I've never heard of it. I think it's done really well though. It's a really really good build for the cheap body. It's a really good build. You know, sometimes these cheap bodies actually you actually have a better time with the cheap body than with the expensive body. It's weird, you know. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes you just get a really bad deal altogether. But he's done a pretty good job. You can see from the front here now. You can see that it's a bit of a cheapy body. I would have preferred if he, wait, sorry, I needed to go back to this one picture here. I'm just gonna stop it right. I'm gonna pause it right here. So, from this picture, you can see it is a bird of a cheapy body. But like, I would have preferred if he had done that bottom grill in a different color, maybe added a mesh in there, um, or maybe just paint it silver. I feel like the dark color just and you can see like that's where the bottom grill goes. I just feel like if he maybe if he did a mesh or cut it out to have given it a little bit more character, a little bit more depth in there. The well, he's got the indicator lights on the bumper, so I mean, use the stickers. That's okay. It's not a hassle, and the rest of it though, he's done really well. So that is TJ Arnott's AE86. Beautiful work, man. Well done to you. Hope to see more good stuff from you. So, guys, what do you think? I think he's done a really good job there. I think we must keep it up. Also, for all the guys that is watching, if you would like any of your work featured, or an event, or perhaps you feel that you have somebody who you would like to put up or show off, somebody that you feel has had a great impact on you and your RC drifting, or perhaps in your community or on your track, and you just want to prop him up and give him his credit, please DM me here the details, and it would be my honor to feature you on the podcast. If you guys are interested, just pop me a message and let's get it going. I am trying to work out how best to do interviews, to do live interviews. So until I figure that out, just bear with me. Also, keeping in mind that the time zones are really an issue. So what I might do then is actually have a pre-recorded interview and then play it on the show. So I'm just trying to work out the logistics of that. So like I said, please bear with me. I am working on these things in the background, trying to give you guys a better show. So I hope you will enjoy that once I get it up and running. Um, uh, Shane Collins, 24K RC. I don't think, well, Shane, I don't think he was asking about the AE86. Perhaps the GR. I mean, I don't think he was asking about the GR86. The GR86 that Vivian did was a 24K RC. The AE86 that TJ has done, the turquoise AE86 that TJ has done, that's he told me it's a Colt body, a Colt brand. Now, I've never heard of that brand before, but hey, yeah, good for you, man. It worked out. Drift Dreams. Cheaper shells are awesome for experiments or learning a new skill. Absolutely, absolutely. I totally agree. I had a couple cheapy shells as well. And there's one shell I had, a cheapy shell, which I wish I didn't sell. It was a beautiful S15, and I don't know why I sold it. It was many years back, and I can't find that shell anymore. Uh, and really shouldn't have sold that shell. Yeah, I really should have kept it. Oh well, we'll just have to look for another S15, maybe the D-Lac or something. We'll take it from there. Um, so in between everything, there's one thing that I've known about for a few years now and tried to get involved, but the logistics just wasn't working out. And that is this annual bash box that a friend of mine from the US, Curtis Mermula, I think that's how you pronounce his surname. I hope so. But yeah, man. So every year, Curtis does this bash box thing for the kids around Christmas time, I think. So what he does is he builds up a box with an RC car. Sometimes, if possible, he does a complete RC car, and then he throws in a whole bunch of other things, whatever he can get his hands on. And he always asks for anybody who has any spare RC stuff that they are willing to let go of or contribute in any way to this bash box. And what he does then is he raffles the box off to kids only. And it's a no charge raffle. You just have to like enter the kid's name or something to that effect, and he raffles it off and he sends it off. Now he's been doing this for a couple of years, and the reason why I wanted to mention this is I don't think many people know about it. That's one. Two is I think it's an amazing thing to do for the kids. And like I've said in previous podcasts about continuity and getting in the new generation to interested in the hobby so that we have longevity of the hobby, trying to get more people involved in the hobby and also just keep it running, you know, keep it going so that it's here for generations to come. So in other words, it may be some sort of legacy that we are leaving behind for generations to come, that and also to show everyone and future generations that this is what the RC brotherhood, the RC community, the RC drifting community is all about. Is that it's not um, standalone or about an individual. It's about the whole. It's about everyone. It involves everyone. There's a big sense of camaraderie and brotherhood involved in RC drifting, where anybody and everybody will be uh, will come together and help and also contribute to something that is greater than all of us. So I wanted to make that special mention about Curtis. Curtis, man, keep up the good work. Keep doing what you're doing. I hope that we can get more people involved in assisting you with the bash box, and I'll get in touch with you again, and I'm gonna see how best we can have you or get the word out, and let's make the bash box a little bit bigger this year and get more kids involved. Maybe even so much so that you have 2 or 3 bash boxes to give away this time instead of the one that you usually manage to do. Yasin said E86 worked it is nice and clean. Street look. Yeah, I've seen that as well, and I will definitely feature that in another podcast. Shane Collins, what's up, Mike? Yeah, what's up to you, Shane? How you doing, man? So yeah, uh, like I was saying, big up Curtis. Keep doing the good work, man. I hope we can help you get a bigger, better, more stuff to put in your bash box and get more kids involved, get more kids all excited about this bash box. I think it's a really good thing that you're doing out there. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. And onto our last. Why is my stuff not? Ah, damn it. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna add in this next part here, which somehow just decided to disappear off my OBS. So once I add it quickly, we are going to add that and that, and then we're just gonna adjust it here a little bit. So for the next part of the show, I just wanted to bring you guys a little bit of action from the last comp that happened over the weekend, which is the modified nationals, modified scale nationals, whichever one, I'm not quite sure. The scale nationals, yeah, sounds about right. Happening all the way in the UK. Yeah, the scale modified nationals in the UK, which happened at the Lincolnshire. How would you pronounce it? Lincolnshire Showgrounds. Yeah. So it was it was a really good comp judging from the videos and the reviews and the comments from some of the participants. It was really good. So big up to you guys for hosting that comp out on the over the weekends. That was held in conjunction with the Wood Slidehouse, Wood Ronan, and Scale Drift, or AKA Bracknell RC Drift, who provided the indoor surface for them. Well done on getting together and organizing this. So I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of some action from the scaled modified nationals. Are you playing? Okay, let's see. Let's see if it'll play now. It should play. I hope. Please play. There we go. Okay, so here we have some pictures from the modified nationals. You can see these are the winners. So in first place we had Timmy Wu. In second place we had the King partner, Andy Kingster. And in third place we had Ben Clinton. I'm not too sure who the other guy was who came in at fourth. Please forgive me for not knowing your name, but well done to you. And you can see here the some of the brackets and who the winners was. There was a nice live stream as well. Here's a nice still from the finals. That's Andy leading, following, and Timmy Wu leading. And here we have Andy leading and Timmy following. It was quite a good battle, quite a good battle. That's your top 16 seeds there. So I really like how you guys have set this whole thing up. You set up a live stream. You've got the brackets there, so everybody to see. You can see that a beautiful surface out there. So well done to you guys on putting up a good show. Yeah, big up. Thanks to Andy and the rest of the guys for providing the pictures and allowing me to use the pictures here for my podcast. Really, really appreciate it. And I just want to show you guys. Here's a short clip of some drift action there. Just a short. Got a nice train going in there. You can see beautiful surface. The track looks a bit tricky. It may look a little simple, but I can definitely see that it's not as easy as you think.
Getting mad.
Whoa! There goes off. There goes Timmy.
If anyone needs,
Very, very nice.
if anyone needs
So
tyres,
well
come into
done,
the corner.
guys. Well done. Let me play that again. Will it loop? Let's see if it will loop. Let me. Okay. So yeah, nice stuff from the guys out in the UK. Guys put up a good show, good company. I've only seen the very positive comments about the talk. So well done to everybody who participated, and also especially
Getting
the
mad.
organizers for putting up a beautiful track. And congratulations to all the winners. Like I said, in first place we had Timmy, second place we had Andy,
If anyone needs
third
tyres,
place we
come
had
into the
Ben
corner.
Clinton. Well done, guys. Really, really well done. And that was it for the latest action and the latest in RC drifting in the RC drifting world. I must admit, though, in the past few weeks or for a little while, it seems that we've gone into sort of uh, a lull period, like a quiet period, yeah, of RC drifting, where everything is just we're just rolling with it. Everything's settled. We've got the many comps going on, yeah, in different parts of the world. As you can see, we had nationals there. Then we got Super G, who's doing their rounds of their their series, that Super G series that happens in all the regions. Then there's lots of stuff happening out in Thailand and Singapore and Malaysia. A lot of comps happening there. You can see I just brought you guys some action there from the UK. Locally here we have EDC, who's rolling with their regionals, and then as well as Cape Town, who's also doing their regionals. I know they've been having a little bit of rough weather recently, so and I believe that their last comp had to be postponed because they are in an outdoor track as well, and they don't have cover just yet. So unfortunately, they are also governed by the weather, but I'm sure they're going to be up and running. And as for my region, well, no comment. We're just going to skip my region for now. I'm working on something. It's a little difficult, but I'll get it up and running. Let's see. So, and then in Japan, obviously we have the famed RCDC competition that's going. So right now it's the regional qualifications that's happening, and from what I understand, it's like the top eight from each of the regional comps that's going through to the final. And for the guys that don't know, RCDC is like the premium or the elite competition in Japan. Very high standard. In my opinion, very difficult as well, because firstly you gotta qualify for the finals, and then even to qualify in the top eight is very difficult because there's some very talented drivers out there. And okay, and Yeah, the standard of drifting there is also quite high. At the same time, though, I do think that the level of drifting in the rest of the world is quite good. And we definitely, there are some individuals from all over who will definitely be able to crack the Japan scene if we go there. I'm very confident in that. Uh, so it's nice to see all round that the level of drifting is improving everywhere. So keep it up, guys. Well done to you. And I'm looking forward to seeing more and more drift action from you guys. Let's see. So Shane Collins says Saturday's Super Drift in LA round four was really good. Oh, nice man. I'm sorry. I know that the round was happening this weekend, but I was just caught up with some family stuff, so I couldn't check it out. John says, big up from Corpus Christi, Texas, and Laxity Drift Team. Thanks so much, John, for joining in, man. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate seeing you guys from all over the world. It means a lot to me. If you guys just joined in, welcome to the B Rock RC Show, a live podcast for the Drifters by a Drifter. I'm your host, Bob Rock, as you know. And if you haven't liked and followed the page already, please do so that you can be notified for when the podcast goes live, which is actually every Monday at 9:30 Central African Time, which is also South African time as well. So yeah, really appreciate you guys joining in. Uh, like I said in the beginning of the podcast, the shows are going to be a little bit shorter than the usual 1 hour and 1 hour plus shows that I've been doing. Again, which is crazy because I don't know how I've been doing that in the past. So the shows now is going to be between 45 minutes to an hour. So I hope that's cool. Matthew Tompkins, Australia scene is going strong. You know, that I really appreciate that you made that comment because I need to get in touch with you guys from Australia and see what you guys are doing. Things have been quiet out there. I think the last stuff I've seen from Australia, excuse me, was actually from Wanneroo Circuit. And that's been a long time ago. So I'd love to see what you guys are up to now in Australia. Please message me or something and let me know what's going on there and who do I need to check out. Oh, okay, sorry. He says a Nezumi circuit. Check it out. Definitely. I will definitely check it out. Nezumi circuit. Who's the main person or who's the track owner there that I could speak to? I'd love to feature that track out in Australia. Like I said, the last stuff I did was from Wanneroo Circuit. I don't even know if the guys are still operating or not. So it would be nice to see if they are still operating, and also what's going on at Nezumi Circuit. Maybe we could even feature a driver or two from there. I'd love to do that. So please just hit me up and let me know who's the track owner there, and I'll do the rest. Shawit. Oh, so you are the you are the track owner. Awesome. Okay, no worries. I'll message you after the show, and let's get you featured. Hopefully for the next show. John says Super G regional qualifier in Dallas at dark this weekend. Okay. Very nice. I'll definitely keep in touch. I'll check what's going on there. Yeah, cool. Thanks, Matthew. I will DM you, bro, and I will and let's have a chat about how we can feature your track on the show next week. And with that, yeah, I know that I've asked for guys to be nominated. I was asking for names of drivers or people that you would love to nominate to just show off and show that appreciation for. And I apologize that I haven't gotten to all of those nominated people before. I set up something so that I can send through for these guys to answer, but I just need to refine it just a little bit. So please bear with me. I'll get that done, get it sent off, and then we'll have them featured on the show. So thank you again for participating as well. I really appreciate it. It's you guys who makes the show. Me, I'm just a middleman. It's you guys who makes the show. Sweet. So, guys, I guess that's all I have to say for this week's episode of the Bureaucracy Show. I want to thank you all for joining in on today's episode, and for all my regular viewers, thank you so much for all of the support, and for all the current and the new viewers, welcome to the Bureaucracy Show. Thank you for joining in, and I hope you will keep joining into the podcast and enjoy this journey. As you can see, the podcast is a very grassroots, very raw, very real kind of podcast. I don't have any fancy gadgets or gears. I'm just doing it for the love of it and for kind of my own sanity as well. In a strange, weird way. The podcast actually helps me uh, keep going in the hobby, but most importantly, it helps me to connect with everybody and to connect everyone together in the hobby and keep it going. So really appreciate it. I would love to work with and collaborate with more people, with more uh, people in authority, people in high positions, manufacturers, track owners, drift team owners, whoever it may be. I'd love to collaborate and do some work, do some episodes, do some special episodes with you. So if you guys are keen on doing something, please also message me. I'm open for any new ideas, for anything and everything. Also, if you have any comments or criticisms about the show, please feel free to message me and let me know if there's something I can improve, or or just if you like the show, leave a review. I don't know, whatever it is. But once again, thank you everybody for joining into this week's episode of the B-Rock RC Show. I hope you have an awesome week. Remember, if you are doing something, working on a project that you'd like to show off, please message me and I would love to put it on the show, feature it on the show. Take care, have an awesome week, keep drifting and alive. Remember to enjoy the drive as well. And I should see you guys next week. Take care, man. Peace.